Hello guys, welcome back to Uncook and Wine. I know I have not been posting anything. I know I went MIA, but I'm back. And if you're new to this channel, if you're new to this podcast, please subscribe and be sure to click the notification button. Okay, so today I have a new guest. Her name is Noxy. And before I even tell you about her, I have a story that I want to tell her.
Oh my goodness.
For those of you that know her, I knew her before most of you knew her. Okay? So that was back in 2000 and some.
Damn.
Yes, we're old. In high school.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
before most people were. I wanted to say something, but yeah, I knew you back then in high school, and you were such a cool babe. You were okay. I'm gonna tell you stuff about you, okay?
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna tell you stuff
Why
about
am I
you.
nervous?
I used to see you, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl is cool. And for some reason, your whole clique was light skinned. Do you remember?
Yep.
And then you guys were at this hostel, the Langdon
Langdon.
hostel.
Yes.
Yes, at Evelyn High School. If you went to Evelyn High School, for some reason, during those years, it just had chicks. I don't know what wait, I'm getting to my story. It just had nice, beautiful girls. My sister, my older sister was there for a year. She's also light-skinned, by the way. So. And I used to look at you guys and I'm like, oh my gosh, these girls are really cool. They're so beautiful. She was cool. I was.
Thank you.
I was not I was not cool in high school. I was just one of those girls that, yeah, you probably wouldn't even notice. But this girl was really cool, and I used to admire her and her friends. And I used to think, oh my gosh, these LinkedIn girls, they've got it going on. I don't know why they were doing that, but. But yeah, and then just seeing you, and then coming back, and then years later, coming on social media and seeing you, I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl is still cool.
Thank you.
She's still cool.
I kept the cool from high school, you guys.
Wow. Anyway, guys, this is Noxy. Can you introduce yourself?
Alrighty, my name's Noxy. I will say I'm a media personality. I'm on radio and I'm on TV. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's basically me.
Yeah, and she's the cool girl I used to admire in high school.
Oh, stop it. I like
okay,
it.
so we're both from Bulawayo, okay?
Yes.
And
so if we shift to Ndebele, it'd be like that sometimes.
It's okay. We can't help ourselves sometimes. So you moved here, I remember seeing a story time. You were saying you moved here 2016.
Yes.
How was that move for you?
I think the move for me was exciting, but also difficult because I lived with my mom for so long. Getting a job away from Bulawayo I am living my life. Mm-hmm. I'm leaving everything I know to go to a city where ngqala phansi. So it was exciting because I was coming for a job. Mm-hmm. But the flip side was, okay, now I actually I'm starting afresh. I need to make new friends. I need to learn a new city. I need to learn a new job. So it was a bit of yeah.
It's crazy because I came to Harare 2021. Most people think I've always been in Harare.
2021?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, okay. So I was in Bulawayo. I went to Cyprus for school, and then when I came back, I was like, I went to Bulawayo. I'm like, damn, this city is. I love Bulawayo, but by that time it was just nothing was happening. It was quiet, and I was like, no, I'm going to Harare. I'm going to Harare because
I'll figure it out when I get
after
there.
spending so much time with Turkish people and Nigerians in Cyprus, those people are fast, and then coming to Bulawayo, it's just people are just cool, relaxed. I'm like, I love you, but mind down to Harare.
And then how was your experience moving to Harare?
So my experience was okay. The pressure, because here's the thing: when you go on social media, right? People in Harare, they just look like they have it all together. So it's the girls are girling, everyone is just...
People are flourishing.
You see 21-year-olds driving Mercedes Benz. And I'm like, God, I'm coming into this place. How am I going to make friends? How's my life going to be like? And then I remember seeing you posting something that I was like, oh, wow, this cool girl is actually posting this. I remember one time you were posting about you saving up and buying a car for your mother.
Yes.
I'm like, whoa, This girl is brave.
Let me tell you about the story about the car.
Okay.
I actually saved up to buy myself a car.
Oh, it was your car.
I didn't have a car.
Okay.
So I was saving up. I was like, oh my God, you know how it is. Like, it's not pressure, but you also like, I want to progress. So all my friends were driving. And I mean, kudos to my friends. Love them because they were also happy to pick me up. And I was also in a central place. So it wasn't like they were going out of their way. But you know how it is. So I was like, oh, I also want a car. So I was saving up for a car. Eventually, I got the car. And then you know how it is when you get a car, you pray. You're like, God, blah, blah, blah. Then God says, give the car to your mom. I said, so you see the thing, Lord, is at this point, I need this car. My mom is in the transport business. She can drive a combi. She can drive her own car. She's got cars. She doesn't need my car. I need a car. And like and I remember there's a guy I was seeing at the time as well. So I said to him, something in my spirit says, give mom the car. And he said, iwe mom's wako motor. Iwewe, do you know Makisa say kuti a girl at your level, I don't know what level that is not driving, and Makisa nino bo kuti constantly I have to be picking you up.
And that was your man.
And that was the man. And you know what? And I get where he was coming from. Because I feel like, you go for an event, he's the person that needs to pick you up. If it's not them, it's a friend that has to pick you up. If not, you're getting a taxi or whatever. And I think I had a moment, one of the reasons, like I stopped taking combis because the one time I was in a combi and I just said, the one guy said, what about TX na Noxy wewe? So you know how it is. So I also was kind of feeling the pressure of I need to get a car.
I know.
So I'm like, so the car's there. And I'm like, God, my mom she already has her car. You know what I mean? She has her car. She's got her combis. Like, I need this car. Like, I mean, I also want to be the girl that pulls up and drives. And
because you know, when I saw that video, I was like, girl, because I know the pressure. Like, guys, Harare is, dude, you see this, it's like everyone else is doing it right. Young girls are driving my Range Rover, my Benz, and and I'm just arriving there with an Aqua. I'm thinking, God, what am I not doing right?
Listen, you had an Aqua, I had nothing. I had my friend Erica's car.
I'm like, what am I missing? Where am I getting it wrong? So the whole pressure, and I'm like, this girl is really brave.
So then I took the car to mom, guys. I just said I got there.
So nice of you, man.
She cried. She prayed for me. And then, fast forward, I then eventually did get my own car. But I think it was just a lesson in honor, I guess. It was a lesson in honor, just being obedient to God and then also honoring the parent. So I think from there, I would not lie as well. I feel like from that experience, I think God has opened so many doors for me. So I'm like, it was painful. It was a necessary sacrifice, but yes.
It's worth it now. You look at him like, well, yeah. And the other thing I like about you is you are very authentic. One moment you're worshiping, you're talking to us. The next moment you're looking hard, la parada. In this world where everyone is fake. People are fake. Because you're like, really? That's what it is. Like, really, this is you?
You know what I think? I don't think it's fake.
What is it?
I think it's we are in a perception era. We are in a place where people want to drink champagne because they're somewhere, but when you get to their houses, they're drinking 4th Street because that's what they like. Do you get what I mean? So I feel like right now we are in a time where people like what they like. People want to show you who they have a brand. But actually, no, they have a brand.
Oh,
so my brand, yes.
So what's your brand? Because so how do you not succumb to this pressure? How do you say, okay, this is who I am, and still remain cool? Because you're cool.
Because here's my thing, though. I think what's the term? I've always said, I remember one of the first questions that I was asked when I got on the radio, is like, so what's your brand about? And I said, I want someone to look at me and say, me and this girl can be friends. You know? I'm like, I want to be relatable. Yes. Like, I don't have a Range Rover. Do I want to have one? Yes.
Yeah.
When I can afford one, will I get one? I will get it. But for now, if we are in the combi, we are going to do combi content because that's what's on the ground.
Combi level. You say you're
No,
level.
but no, it wasn't even that. Like, do you know the pain of someone listening to you on radio, and then now you're on combi, now I'll shout up a stop, and then they're like, Noxy up a radio. It's just,
I know.
you know what I mean? And it, for lack of a better term, it puts to this what's the English term? Now the English is valuable at me.
It's okay.
But it kind of just cheapises the entire.
I know. And also,
not just your brand, but like the entire, everybody else that's on radio. You start looking like you're all struggling.
but don't you also think it's because I don't want to say pressure because I keep saying pressure, that when people see you on social media, when people see you, they kind of put you in this status to say,
please don't put me in that status. It's hard.
We don't have money, guys. No, because I've heard that. You're walking and I'm like, you can't be. I'm like, guys, I'm suffering. Zim is zim. At the end of the day,
everybody.
Like, things are hard, and then people just think because you're posting every day, because you're on social media, you take nice pictures. I'm like, I just know my angles.
I got good lighting.
Smile. Exactly.
I got good lighting.
But sometimes my life is probably as hard as yours. What do you want to say? Okay, so don't you think also that is the reason why, people are kind of, because everyone else wants to be on social media. Everyone wants to be a content creator. Nothing wrong with that. Most people want to be influencers. And because people are expecting influencers or content creators or people that are on radio to look a certain way, that's why so many people feel like they have to have brains, or they have to be fake, or they have to, show a certain lifestyle. So
the greatest thing about radio, and any radio personality will tell you this, is when you go on radio, the one thing you're told is be yourself. So that's why you find when you look at so many radio brands, we are all different, and that is because we are generally different as a people. Because you were told, is the first thing you're told, don't try and be like this person. Like, I have so much respect for KVG. I love her. I love her
too. Like,
you know what I mean?
Like, she's the kind of person I think I can be friends with. I've never met her, but I'm just like, I like her.
She's a vibe. I like Miss Red. She's amazing. Her brand, even her personality is great. I like Nikki. I like all these people. And the one thing that's very dominant with all of these guys is they are who they are. Like, when you meet them, what you see is what you get. So I think that's why you find a lot of people that are on radio, their brands are not overly curated. They are all very organic, because your job, what you are taught is, this is who you are. It's either people like who you are or they do not, but don't try and be somebody else. So it just makes it easier
to connect with people as well.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so I was saying there's one thing that you don't hide, that a lot of women hide, that I also don't hide, is your age.
Yes.
It's like, I don't know why people hide their ages.
I don't know. I'm like, I enjoy the whole thing. I like where I'm at. Of course, at times I'll joke with them, like, oh my God, I'm 26 or whatever. But I'm 35. I'm turning 35 this year.
Don't even look at babes.
Thanks, babe.
I'm turning 34 this year. And I'm like, when I tell people, and I see some, because I've been around women that, they were like, no, I can't say my age. I'm like, why? Why do you think is the reason? Is it because of men? Is it because men want to date younger women?
I don't even think that's the issue. I think it's, there's, for lack of a better term, they start calling you machembere. You know what I mean? So nobody wants to be called a chembere, I guess.
And especially if you're not married or don't have kids. Woo.
When are you planning on getting married?
Me. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. See what? Dating in your 30s, Noxy. Dating in your 30s is something else. I don't know what you're experiencing, but are you single?
Yes.
So am I. I don't know what you're experiencing, but I've, from married men thinking you're desperate. Now that because you're in your 30s, you just have to settle for them. I mean, that's the mentality. Or meeting you know, the young guys, the mature, okay, not married, never been married, single, in their late 30s, that think they're doing you a favor because they're in a better position.
So wait. I always thought I was the person, I thought I was the only person that thought that. Guys that are not married in their 30s think they're the prize. Guys, those men want you to chase them. He becomes the woman in the relationship.
Thank you for saying this. I thought I was the only one experiencing
They become
this.
the woman. It's like you can hear that. No, but I will say, I'm talking to a guy. He's a very nice guy.
Oh,
We're not dating, but like, I mean, we talk. I'm just waiting for him to ask me out. But, so I'm talking to a guy.
Dear guy. He's asking us
Do
to
the
out.
Lord's work. But this guy, I like that he's in his 30s and he's a solid person and he's not trying to be the woman in the relationship. And it's such a breath of fresh air because every other 30-something guy you meet.
Dude, I met a 40-year-old man.
Yo.
Single, never had a kid, never been engaged or whatever. This guy was a diva. You know, like, every time we'd have an argument, sorry, this is so funny to me, just thinking about it. He's like, no, I can't do this.
No way. That's why he's not married. That's why nobody wanted to have anything with him at 40.
And I'm like, and then at one point, you know, where I was like, you know what, I can't be doing this. He was so pissed off that I was not taking nice pictures of him.
Why weren't you taking nice pictures of him, babe?
I was trying. But, you know, to be fair,
Why?
I've never dated a guy that wants pictures like that. Have you?
Are you sure he wasn't your sister?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But
because I saw this post. This pastor was preaching. Munurume.
eh.
I found a good picture. I don't look nice here.
He was like that. I remember a friend of mine actually sent that video to me. She was like, you remember? Dude was really like that. Dude, he was, it was crazy. Yeah. So, from the married men to the guys in their late 30s that act like divas to younger guys thinking that they can take care of you. Have you had young guys asking you out?
All the damn time. And so I'm like, to be fair, I'm not going to lie. It is quite flattering. I'm like, oh, you're 22 and you think, oh, you should like you baby. Like, but it is flattering. It is. Yes.
I don't like
because
it.
Because at least it means I still got it going on.
No. Do you know what I think? Sorry to say, but I think these guys, I think they look at, okay, if you're a guy and you're young, if you're 22 or 25, I think the only reason you're going after an older woman or mature woman is because you don't want responsibility.
No, it's because you want to conquer Mount Everest, babe. They want to tell your friends I've been with an older woman. That's all it is.
No.
I'm telling you.
No.
I promise you. I think that's why. I don't even think it's about responsibility or anything.
Do you know why I say that? Because listen, if you're dating a 22-year-old, right?
You're paying for bills?
No, not even for, do you know, because one guy was like, it's not like I'm going to ask for your money. I'm like, no, you're not going to ask for money, but I don't have to, you're not going to do my hair. You're not going to do my nails, because even if you tell me you don't have the money, I'm still going to do my hair. But if he's going to date a 22-year-old from UZ, I'm going to choose to do the lunch. If you're hungry, Noxy, you're going to buy your own lunch. Do you understand? So he has no responsibility when it comes to you. He's okay. You're not going to ask him for
like also,
money or whatever.
Yeah.
He's literally going to be just, hanging there. Because I was like,
the question then
use my Wi-Fi in my house, man. Like,
the question then becomes, what are you there for? Because I mean, you know what I mean. I said this as an adult. You know what I mean? The Taura Pachkuru. Like, what are you there for? Because obviously, 22, even at 25, I mean, I think but to be fair, at 25, their heads are a little screwed on. They know she should do her hair. That she should do. But 22. Also 22, to be fair, is like a little...
22 is young.
Yeah, 22 is nganga, baby.
I mean, what do you think of Zari and Shakib?
How old is Shakim?
Shakim was like 21, 23, 24.
And how old is Zari?
45. Oh my God, I just thought about Annie.
But I mean, he's a cute guy.
I don't think he's cute.
Okay, you know what? He's well put together. Like, when you look at him, you're like, he actually has a relationship with water.
Okay, but when I look at him, when he was doing those confessionals, whatever, I was just seeing a kid. Even the way he was talking, I was just like, this is a kid. Like I can't be like.
What
this
do
is
you
my
want?
man.
What do you? Okay, what would stand out for you in a man?
He has to. Do you know what? I feel like a man has to make me feel like he's a man. Like he
But
has
how
to
do
be
they make you?
authoritative. He has to be like a leader. He has to be strong. He has to be powerful.
So you would date a Ndebele guy?
Yeah, no.
No, but because the way you are saying it, you're giving me Ndebele vibe,
No, but funny
Ndebele
thing-
guy vibes.
Funny thing, I grew up in Blau. I've never dated a Ndebele guy.
Why?
I don't know.
Really?
Like, I was actually talking to my friends the other day, and we're like, we've actually never I don't know what it is.
Really? Oh, I did. I think they're very sweet, actually. I think in terms of being loving, oh my goodness, they are very loving. Yeah. I think I think the one thing I didn't like is the umfazi wami kayenzi lokhu side of things. Where, yeah, umfazi wami angila mfazi wenza so, angila mfazi wenza so. That part, no, I can't live with that. But everything else, I think.
But you know, I don't
Sweet.
mind a man telling me that. As long as he's rich.
My thing is, if you have to tell me you're not doing something right.
Exactly. Like, you have.
Because there's certain people, I'm like, by myself. I'm like, I want to be a good person for this person. I want to be home for this person.
Thank you. Because I'm always saying this to men. Women will submit to the right man. All this, the moment you start saying submit, listen, if you come with the right things, I will kneel.
Bro,
I will kneel and don't get some
are you the kneeling type?
If you come with the right things. Like
if you come with the right things.
If you come with the right things. If you
But you didn't tell us what the right things are for you.
People
Okay,
are
fine.
gonna
We said
crucify me
no.
for this.
I mean, you said we already got the rich part, but
And I also think that's the reason I never dated a Ndebele guy, because this whole impondo guy chinchwa thing, I was just like, Ndebele guys don't spoil. And then I think when we were
they
growing-
do.
Really?
They do.
I'm moving
But
back to Bulawayo.
again, let me tell you, again, this is a conversation I've had with my friends a lot of times. What we don't get as women is the same way you said, if a guy does the right things, there's certain things you will do. I feel like when you get into a relationship, we activate certain parts of each other. So what are you not doing right? Because I believe men are providers. Whether Ndebele, Shona, Kalanga, White, I'm telling you.
There are some men.
Guys,
There are some men. Let me tell you.
So,
Oh my God.
so the thing that comes down to, what is it that you're doing or what is it that you're not doing that's making the man not to, you know?
No, some men are just stingy. Yo, some men.
No, obviously, but I mean, there's also Shona men that are stingy. That's
No, but Shona men started being stingy now, or maybe it's because I'm now in Harare. Because I remember when we were becoming of the dating age, when Bulawayo, it was more. I think Shona guys were coming to Bulawayo like a lot, and then there was this whole thing of, I don't believe this kind of thing. And
But do you know why that is?
I was just like,
Do you know why
what?
that is?
Sorry, Bulawayo
Do you know why
brothers,
that? Do
Ndebele
you know why
brothers.
that is though?
Why?
It's because cost of living in Bulawayo is cheaper. Number one, because think about it this way: when you are in Harare and you are renting a 1-bedroom apartment, you are looking at 500, 600. When you're in Bulawayo, you're looking at 250, 300. So already, life is a little cheaper there. But secondly, they are not with you all the time. When
They're
you're in
just
a,
coming and going.
they're there for mine enter, they're there for trade fair, they're there for whatever else then happens. But every other time they're not there. So when they come, it's easy to spend 500 on somebody. But if you're in Harare and you have day-to-day expenses with the
Yeah,
same
your
chick,
rent.
do you get what I mean? So I think it's just, they are not, it's easy to say when you're in Bulawayo, these men spend, it's because they're there twice a year. That's all it is.
And they make you think like, oh my God, this is the life I want.
They're there twice a year.
So you're saying Ndebele guy is actually spoiled? I'll be
I'm
visiting
telling
Bulawayo
you,
soon.
I have a
Ndebele
friend.
guys,
I have a friend who's based in Harare, who's dating a Ndebele man, who's flying weekly to Bulawayo. And she's a kept hun and she's happy. They do. I just think Latin J as women, there's certain things we don't do that make the men not want to.
Noxy, I've loved. I have been loyal. I have I've trusted.
But again, so
No one has bought me a Range Rover yet.
but here's the thing as well. You've loved, you've been loyal, but is that what he wants from you? Because how many times have you dated somebody and you're like, you know what, this person is ticking the boxes. I want to go on holiday. They're facilitating for it. They're doing this. But you're a quality time person and you never see them. It starts to eat at you. So let's look at it from that angle where you're like, at times people are ticking the boxes, but not your box. Not the one that matters to you. They're just not your person.
So the one who's going to buy me a Range Rover is coming.
Sister, lift your hands. Receive your range.
Amen.
But you see, that's what I'm saying, that we also need to take responsibility. And I always say one thing I learned this year, is as women we know. You stay in a relationship with a guy, but you still know this is not my man.
Oh, yeah.
We know.
Oh, yeah.
And then you cry about heartbreak when you could have avoided it in month 2.
And I'm always saying this to people. Do you know what I'm always saying? I'm always saying, the moment you meet someone, you see the signs, we just choose to ignore.
Yes.
Yeah,
because we're
people don't change. People don't change after marriage. People don't change after a 4-year relationship. You saw that Todano Taurisa. You know me like that. And then 1 year down the line, you're
expecting me to be a meek wife.
You expect me to keep quiet.
I was feisty at the beginning.
Exactly.
So I think we know. We know. So maybe if we extended ourselves a little grace to say, I know it will be taken the wrong way, but it's, you know what? If in 2 months you see that this Manas Tembian is going to bother me, to save yourself from the heartbreak, because at the end of the day, these guys don't break our hearts, guys. We break our own hearts.
Oh, yes.
Because you meet this guy and you hear he was with Ningi and he was cheating on them, and then you date him because the Lord, the dear Lord in heaven gave you the ability to change a man. And then when you get cheated on, you wonder, but no, you knew. You knew.
Okay, taking you back, would you date a younger guy? Right
yes.
now, really?
Yes.
Noxy.
I would.
At 35, a 25-year-old guy comes.
No, 25 is pushing it. But maybe I'm 35, so maybe if he's 28, 29, 30.
Even if he's broke.
Why is he broke? Why doesn't he have a job?
Okay, maybe he has a job. He gets paid $300 a month. Arku garam one room.
How did he get me?
There was a time, Regina Daniels, you know Regina Daniels, right? She was like, my husband was like, if I was a mechanic, would you take me? She was like, where would I meet you? Fair point.
Like, I mean, if he's 27 rich.
He has to be rich. Fair.
Even if it's his parents' money, he's 27 rich.
Okay.
Where is he meeting me? No, let's be honest. Where?
Sure, we are Japanese. Oh my God. Okay. What about marriage? 35, girl.
Yeah?
35. What about marriage? Because every time on Twitter I post something, everyone's like, "Hey,
Chirorwa.
Hey, this. Those are the negative comments I get on Twitter. It's like, yo, guys, I'm just 33. I'm turning 34 this year.
You're just 33. Jesus died at 33. You should be married with kids now. I'm
Bruh.
joking.
Do you ever feel pressure?
I think I felt pressure when I was maybe 25, 26, 27.
Okay.
Yes. And then I snipped out of it. But my take on marriage is I do want to get married. I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want the white picket fence, guys. I want it all. I'm not going to sit here and say, no, guys, I want it. I want to get married. I want the white picket fence. Preferably if the guy's got kids already, because I just want to have one.
You don't mind dating someone with kids?
No.
For me, it depends on the age. If they're like 2 or 3, no.
Why?
You're still in love with the mother. 2 years, 1 year. But if they're like 10, maybe.
Really?
1 year.
Shame, my ex-boyfriend and I share kids. He had kids and he got me in the picture. Now they're mine too. So I will call and say, Vanavadi say.
You should still talk to your ex.
For the children. For the kids.
Noxy, but they're not your kids.
So here comes the big issue. if you're dating somebody and you introduce them to your kids, that's what you're signing up for.
I can date someone with kids, but not if they're below 4 years. Nah.
Serious?
Go back to the mother.
Oh, you guys, that's unfair.
No, it's not, 'cause
At
it's
times you would have just gotten into a situation
Let
and
me
had
tell you a story.
kids.
I dated back. I was young. Okay, I was waiting for my O-level results. I went and stayed with my auntie in Tumbani, and there was this boy, right? I liked him so much. You know, he was literally the first guy to give me keys. My aunt was telling me, girl, this is not your guy.
But
you know,
Delulu.
now when I see the guy, I'm like, yo.
Oh, come on. I mean, we all have those exes that we deny. Like,
So
we have
I
those
used
exes we never
So
dated.
this guy had a baby mama. And I think the baby was like 9 months or 10 months, whatever, you know. And he was like, no, me and Dunazvani, we're no longer together, you know. And he stayed by his house in Ntumbane. So they had extended the house. His bedroom had a door behind. One day, I call him in the evening. He's not answering. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I wake up and I tell my aunt, I want to sweep the yard. Where?
No, you did not.
Jumped the gate.
Toto.
Went to his house. I'm knocking by the door. So the door had those glass doors. You know, because it was a back door, so I just jumped the gate. I didn't have to knock. I went straight to the
You
door.
jumped the gate? Are you seeing the red flags as the story is going?
You broke my virginity.
No, but are you seeing the red flags as the story is going?
I was obsessed
But
with
as you
him.
were,
I was
as you
obsessed
were.
with him. And then I know, and I peep, the baby mama is in the bed, he's in the bed, the baby's in the middle. And I'm knocking bang, they're just looking at me like this. They're not even reacting. The heartbreak.
The horror.
The pain. And then, you know, he comes the next day. I'm like, bruh, what happened? He's like, we're bonding with the baby.
It wasn't a lie.
And I still went back. And I still stayed that whole trip. So no,
Some women can't be helped, guys.
If you've not, no, I was young, guys. I was literally waiting for my O-level results. I thought I'd found my husband, and thank God.
At 17, you thought you found your husband.
Babes, I loved him. And now the funny thing is, when I meet him, I'm like, bruh. Thank God my aunt was strict. She made sure that relationship didn't last because my aunt saw my future. Because what will I be doing?
You lie.
Yo, he's still staying in his parents. Like, he was older than me by then. He's still staying in his parents' house. He's still, yeah. That time he was burning CDs. So he would bring me African movies. I was in love. The latest Nigerian movie. Music.
To be fair, I dated a break dancer. Do you please with that information?
I was really in love. I was in love. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's.
I hope you're making better decisions now.
Now I know my worth. But it's okay.
That's why you're not married. But all the girls that know their worth.
Dude.
Gunzima know your worth, eh?
I do want to get married. I honestly do want to get married. But like I was saying the other time in one of my videos, I was saying, it's so hard now to get married because we have people on social media telling us how terrible their marriages are.
No, but I fight that all the damn time. I've always, people know not to say marriage is hard. When you say we're going to get married, they're like, marriage. I say to people, don't do that. You can't say marriage is hard and you've been in it for 15 years. Don't do that. If it were that hard, you would have left that marriage. If it were that hard, you wouldn't have a 3-year-old. So don't do that. So I am a believer. No, but I am a believer that out there in the world are really decent men that will make really good husbands. And the beauty with
decent men, I'm single.
The beauty with our age is we're most likely going to marry people that have been divorced, so they've experienced marriage, and they are also. No one wants to get divorced twice. So they are also working on their weaknesses. Because, I mean, so I strongly believe there is decent men out there that will give us good marriages. And again, I think a lot of people got married for the wrong reasons. And ended up...
Have you dated a divorced guy before?
No.
I have. Yo. Noxy, get me...
Are you serious?
I have, and I've talked to. I've dated one. I've I've been on talking stages with two, and one of the most common thing I find in them is that because they've been in it, right, and they have failed, it's either they're hesitant, so they're not coming in full force. Because I'm like, I'm excited, I want this, I want a relationship, I want to go to marriage. They're like, I don't know. And it's not a nice feeling because it's like, you've experienced it.
Because now you're trying to, so now it's looking like you're constantly auditioning.
Exactly. It's like, I have to prove that I'm better than your ex, because you have had a dramatic marriage. Now it's like, and did drama. Like, but, I want,
Allow.
and then, or some of them are trying to correct mistakes. One guy was like, beautiful women don't know how to clean. I was married to a beautiful woman once. She was dirty. I'm like, I'm borderline OCD. So what you talking about? I was like, I'd rather be with an ugly woman because they're smart. I'm like, so no, I don't know, maybe. Do you know what? I think I'm at the stage where I'm like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm okay. Do I want to get married?
Guys,
I do want to get
it's
married,
going to happen.
I'm not going to force myself. I'm not going to pressure myself. Or I'm not going to settle.
Yeah, no, settling is the pits.
I'm not.
Settling is the pits.
I'm not.
No,
What about
I hear
kids? What about kids? I know you don't have kids of your own.
Yes, I don't.
You have your ex's kids.
Yes, but those ones are grown. Those ones are like grown human beings now.
Do you want kids? Do you?
Yes, just one.
Just one?
Yes.
I'm 5.
At your age is late, babe. Allow me. Because I'm at the same age.
Janet Jackson had a child at 50.
She had 1, babe. She didn't have 5.
No, but she was 50. I'm 30. I'm turning 34.
To be fair, there's IVF now. You can just go and get them to.
And stuff.
You can just get them to give you.
Kim K did it and stuff
two,
like that.
what.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair.
Kim K had 4 kids, but you see why I have to marry rich though, because how are we gonna afford surrogacy if I'm dating a 25-year-old?
I don't think Zimbabwe is ready for surrogacy, but okay, do you, boo?
I don't know. I might go to America though.
Okay.
Okay, so the last segment, we're going to talk about some of the things I posted on Twitter. In fact, one thing I posted on Twitter, on X now. So I posted this. Women are single by choice. A man is the easiest thing to get.
True.
Oh, wow, you agree with me?
Yes.
Thank you, Noxy. That some of the comments are just too... The men went crazy. Like, the men went crazy on me. One was like, getting us is easy, no doubt. Keeping us is a heartbeat. Hence, singlehood ceases to be a choice, but a circumstance. What do you think about that?
It is true.
Oh my God, Noxy.
It is. You know what? Getting a man is the easiest thing. The same way getting a girl is difficult. But like, getting a guy is the easiest thing. Keeping him is the job. So they are right. In both contexts, you are right in the sense that it's easy to get a man. And they're also right in the sense that getting him is easy, but keeping him is hard.
So what do I have to do to keep him?
No!
No, I'm just
I
joking.
think you also just need to find a man that wants to be kept.
But do you know what?
You just need to get a man that wants to be kept. The other thing that we don't talk about much is those guys that just enjoy being bachelors, eh? So they're just wasting your time. Because he could be in his 30s, but he's not ready. So now you're in this relationship.
No, listen, you get into this relationship. Let me talk about my experience. I dated this guy.
Girl, I think you and I are going to need to find you a biting psychologist. We need to offload. We need to offload.
I have so many things. Okay, you meet a guy, you date him, he's not ready. He says he's not ready, whatever the case is. And then you break up, and then 2 months he's engaged, he's married. Then what?
You are the problem.
How do I keep
you
him?
were not. No, but you were not.
Was I the problem though?
No, you were not. No, you were not his person. That's all. Because the thing is, we depiss some of these things. Because you're like, yeah, he was with me. Yeah. At times when you were dating him, he wasn't ready. And then no, and then I forget. But you see, ready for people is different, auntie. Someone is like, you know what, maybe financially, I don't think I have the capacity. They break up with you, a month later, they have a financial breakthrough.
Why not come back to me?
Well, I don't know. But yeah, the thing is, I just think there's no formula to these things.
Okay, so this is your 30s. How was your dating in your 20s? There's a story you told me about a guy that left you. There's a story time you did. Sorry, there's a story time you did. I laughed out.
You're laughing at my pain, girl.
Sorry. You were dating this guy. You were obviously young, and then the Matsosis came.
And you ran. Guys, let me tell you the story. People deserve to hear the story. The year was a long time ago. We decided to go out, and we'd gone to Visions. So if you're from Bulawayo, you know Visions. So from Visions, we actually spent our taxi money buying drinks. At the time, the hot drink was Achas. So we're drinking ciders because we're thinking we're fresh. Achas, what. Club's finished. We're like, now we need to go home. What to do? Swanengi, let's walk. But because you're in love, the two of you are walking at the back. It's just like, hey, baby, we're building each other castles in the sky. Next thing, Matsotis rock up. Guys, the guy ran.
He left you.
He left me.
He's like, I'm not going to die for you.
At this point, you must understand, I'd been sent a Motorola, a Razor, from
Not
the
pink
UK.
one. Was it the pink one or the black one?
It was the black one from the UK. Now, how was I going to let off hello, Moto? I had to fight it to see you guys. I still have the scar here. He beat me here.
Wow, babes.
Because I was holding onto my phone. I was like, I die. I may as well be dead than go home. Because I'd also gone to a sleepover. So there was no way I was going to get home and say, Njeli phone Amatsotsi when my mom thought I was at home. Hey, mama. That's what happened that night. So there was no way. So he ran. So I've kissed a frog or two.
Crazy. I've done worse. Because, in my 20s, I used to think I was ugly. I know people don't believe.
Why?
I know. That's what people... Do you know what? Because I grew up in a neighborhood where everyone else was not rich, but they were... And we were like... Because, you grew up in orphan and you're just fortunate enough to be in a neighborhood where everyone else is going to private school. And you're going at Evelyn. I love my school. But that was the situation.
After your school, I'm getting a little teary-eyed because I need to tell you about my first heartbreak when you're done.
Okay, so I just thought to be beautiful, you had to have like the latest hockey bag, you had to have the latest phone, you had to look cool, and we didn't have that. All my friends around me had it. So for the longest time, I just thought, I'm ugly. So imagine when you think you're ugly, you think every man coming to you
is a blessing.
And the worst thing that could ever happen to any man out there is me realizing my worth. Because now...
You're like, no. So my story. Beloved Noxy, I met a guy. He was at Masie. I was at Evelyn. So it was okay. Very, those really childish relationships where you're not even at the kissing stage. We're in Form 3, so we're not even kissing or anything. We're just holding hands. And you go to the club, you share a glass and you think... club was Oxygen, by the way.
Oh,
you share a glass. You share a glass and you think, oh my goodness, we've done something oh my God. So anyway, then they came into some money. So he moved from Masie to CBC. And he broke up with me because he said college boys don't date Evelyn chicks.
Yo, bro.
Do you understand that it's one thing for someone to break up with you because they think you're ugly or you have a terrible personality? It's another for them to break up with you because your family broke. It's a private school. It's like, but I'm a nice girl.
That reminds me, there was a guy I had a crush on because my best friend at the time was at convent, so we used to hang out with people from private schools. So I had a crush on this boy. He was from CBC, and then he was. I think he just didn't, because again I'm from Evelyn. I'm not cool. I don't have that accent, whatever.
And also
and
your
recently,
uniform.
he slid in my DM. I'm like,
no.
Boy, he's
Get
talking
me
about.
behind me,
Do you
Satan.
remember? Listen, he's talking about. Do you remember that time when so his party? Like, what you want?
I think classism is the worst.
It is. It's crazy because we had to go through that, and that made my dating experience.
It kind of knocks at your confidence. I will give my mom her flowers. I think my mom always told me, you're cute. So a few things would knock my confidence. I'd be like, yeah, it's fine.
I was told that, but I don't know where I'd miss it. I was just thinking about this other day. I was in uni and I was dating this guy, and I was like, dude, what was wrong with me? Because now I had to go back to the girls' page. So I was dating this guy, and then I went on Facebook. I was searching his ex. We all do. I just wanted to see, because a lot of people were talking about this guy's, their relationship. So he goes on my Facebook. He's like, you want to search for something? I was like, you're searching for my ex anyway. She's way more beautiful than you. You will never be better than her in any way. Dude, I still went home with that guy. And every time I think about it, I was like, What was wrong with me? Like, I literally went home with that guy.
No, you did
Why?
not.
After him telling me that his ex is prettier than me, I will never be better than his ex. Like, this is where you are. Why are you even searching? And I still went there and I was thinking, I'm in love. But thank God for deliverance, because now, no wonder why I'm not married, which is okay. Because now I'm not settling.
I'm shook.
I'm not settling.
The fact that a man can even say that, I am shook.
No, guys, I experienced the worst of my 20s, and I think that's why I'm just like, nah. Now
I think I was making a lot of
tolerating-
foolish decisions in my 20s. I don't think I've dated a cruel man, like someone who'd say such hurtful things. No, but I may have kissed a frog.
No, do you know what? I think for me, in that time, I didn't think it was cruel. But me looking back at it and just thinking about that moment, because we had gone out, we're drinking, and then he just says, can I say something? Nothing. I'm like, I allowed that, and I still went
What would you
home.
say to 20-something-year-old you if you could sit her down?
Tell her this man a bullshit. No, do you know what I'd say? Do you know what I'd say? I'll tell her, do you know what, there's always better. Because for some reason, I just thought, this is it. You know, whether it's school, whether it's work, this is it. This is the best it could get. But the more, like, the older I become, it's like, I'm dating better men. You know, like, it keeps upgrading. I'm not going back. There's absolutely no way I'm going to date a man that can do this or can't do this, because I've done better. So I would definitely be like, there's always better out there. Whether it's work, whether it's friends, whether it's relationship, they will always be better. The more you better yourself, the more you become, wiser, you'll find better.
Okay.
What would you say?
Yeah. I think you would not even believe this because you think I was cool in high school. I think I always had confidence issues. I never had the, those, pretty girl kind of thingies. No, I think I always just had like confidence issues. Like I would struggle to stand in front of people. I'm telling you.
Noxy, I knew you.
But again, that's what I'm saying, that I think I always managed to mask it. I think now I've grown into myself. I've grown into my own. I'm like, nothing phases me as much. Like now I will take opportunities that any other time I would have been like, I don't think I'm qualified. And again, like I was telling you, there's a guy I'm talking to who always, every time I'll be like, something happened. And
guy who's talking to Noxy,
and
please ask her out.
And he always says
Please
to
ask
me,
her out.
Smitten. Believe your hype. He says that to me all the damn time. He's like, believe your hype. So I think it helps. So I think I'd say to 20s me, girl, you got this. I'd say that.
Do you think you would get married to now I'm interested in this guy. Do you think we get married to do you think you can get married to this guy? Look at the smile.
Well,
She's choosing hard.
I will drink.
Cheers. Thank you so much, Noxy, for coming and spending time with me. Like I said, I've always admired you from afar.
Thank you.
You do so much. I love how you're authentic, how you worship. You're not embarrassed to talk about God in this world full of people doing everything. So yeah, I'm really grateful you're here. And I hope you...
Do I have to go now?
No, you're definitely coming back because I feel like we have so much more to talk about. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, like,
subscribe.
And also you can find us on our Facebook page, on Cook and Wine. On Twitter, hit me up if you've got any questions or things that you'd like to talk to me about. It's at Todo_Sims. We're also on Instagram. And yeah, thank you.
And I will say to sponsors, please sponsor the show.
You see why I love her?
Wine companies, do the Lord's work. If
You see why she's one of my first years.
8 out of 10 people, 8 out of 10
She
videos,
is-
you're carrying your wine. I'm like, this girl. So we need a wine
That's the
sponsor.
wine. Thank you. At Kumusha.
How you doing?
Tinashe.
Tinashe nyamdoka nai nai. Now we're just calling you out. Do the Lord's work.
You see why I love her. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.